Welcome to part 2 of our screencast series introducing the YAKINDU Traceability query language. And this time it's all about how to create your first query. And I assume that you have seen the first part or that you are familiar with the YT analysis perspective, which I already opened for you. We are using the same traceability model as in part 1 of the screencast series. So we have a stakeholder requirement, which is linked to a system requirement, which in this case is linked to 2 system qualification tests. And to make things easier, we will focus only on the top 2 levels of the V model. Looking closer at our test data, we can see that this system requirement is not linked to any test. So the question we want to raise is, name all stakeholder requirements which are linked to system requirements which are not linked to system qualification tests. The queries view is empty, so we're starting from scratch by creating a query file. We choose a location and give it a name, coverage.query. And when we hit finish, the editor opens up. The editor does not provide a palette, but it gives you smart proposals whenever you hit Ctrl+space. The first query should list all system requirements without a test, so we choose artifacts without traces to as a template. And then we can adjust the query name, system requirements without tests, and in this case delete the description and the comments, and finally have to choose the artifact types, of course by using smart proposals. So we choose to trace or no traces from system requirements to system qualification test specification. And here we are, query is ready. Let's just try it. We save it and double click it, and here's the result. But we want to change the result columns. We don't want to have type and name. We want to have the whole system requirements in order to create joint queries in a second step. So we choose it and give it a meaningful name, system requirements for the column heading. Try again. And whenever we click on a result, it draws the appropriate trace graph in the YT overview to the right. The second query should list all traces between stakeholder requirements and system requirements, so we choose traces between 2 artifact types as a template and adjust it in a similar way as we did it with the first query. So we give it a name, stakeholder requirements with system requirements, and then we choose the artifact types again with smart proposals. So hit Ctrl+ and choose stakeholder requirement. Hit Ctrl+ and choose system requirements. And finally we adjust the result set to list as not the names of the artifacts but the artifacts as a whole, and give them meaningful heading names for the column headings. So and a system requirement. And there we are, query is ready. Let's just try it, stakeholder requirements with system requirements, and result is there. Now we are ready to join these 2 queries. So we create a third query and choose the join template. Where is it? Join. Now we do some cleanup. So adjust it and give the query a name. In this case, stakeholder requirements with uncovered system requirements. And then we have to choose which queries we want to join. So we want to join these 2 queries, and smart proposal in this case provides us queries to choose. In a second step we have to decide which is the join attribute, so system requirement for both queries. And finally we have to adjust the result set. Though the template gives us 4 columns but we only need 2. So we choose from the left query the stakeholder requirement, and from the right query the system requirement. So let's try the join. Stakeholder requirements with uncovered system requirements. And by default YAKINDU Traceability creates outer joins. So we create another where clause to make it logically an inner join, or a result similar to an inner join. So we only want results where left and right are not null. So let's just finish the where class, save it, try it, And here we are. We have two stakeholder requirements which are linked to system requirements which are not linked to any test. Thank you for watching this screencast, and if you want to know more about YAKINDU Traceability, don't hesitate to establish contact. You're always welcome. Bye.